Welcome to the Drum Lounge Podcast.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Drum Lounge Podcast. Welcome to episode 3, man, with my boy Bryon.
Dang, baby.
And we back with another episode, man. Hey, I hope y'all brought y'all sticks. I hope y'all brought y'all pad, because later on we got a lounge and chop episode, or a lounge and chop lick that we're gonna show y'all, and it's written by none other than my boy Bryon. So
For all
stay
my haters
tuned,
thought I
man.
was
Get your
trash.
sticks ready.
See what's going on, baby.
Get your sticks ready. Get your pads ready, man. We gonna get this thing going. So what you been up to, Bryon?
Hey, man. I'm first off glad to be here in episode 3. No, I'm glad to be here on episode 3. I just want to shout out to all the people that made it through this horrific hurricane that we just had down here.
Absolutely.
Hurricane Milton.
Absolutely.
As you all know, I'm down here in Florida, and like I talked about last episode, we were getting ready for the hurricane. I'm actually in the center of his path. Well, I wasn't in the beginning because I believe Tampa was, but I believe Tampa came out good too. And then I was towards the outskirts on the East Coast. But everything was fine. I had a few lean over trees. I probably had a cow or two that was flying across the sky, but they ain't hit my house. Other than that, we good, man. And everybody else that survived, great job. These things always happen at a random time, and we just got to make sure that we get prepared for it and do the best that we can with it. So we were all good. I didn't get to have a lot of teaching hands around this hurricane time, but I was on my drum pad, and luckily we have this lounge and chop coming up. Well, I believe, like you said, it used to be called listen and chop.
Yeah. It used to be called listen and chop back in the day, when it was just me and I was doing the audio only podcasts during the pandemic. So everybody was just listening and chopping. But now we got the whole video aspect. We got everything, and we got the branding and everything. The lounge, the Drum Lounge Podcast.
I have nothing to, but it's coming.
Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna get all the branding situated so that everybody can know this is the Drum Lounge Podcast
for sure. But yeah, so like I was saying, I didn't really get my teaching going on because I haven't seen my students in a good little minute at Face Place. But I was able to get my hands up, and I got a good little lick for you all. So stay tuned from all the way to the end for all my readers. Make sure you get your eyes up, because I do not advocate any Nick Cannons. You're not allowed to see me play, and then you play it back and think you about to be a P1. It don't work like that, baby.
Nope. They don't work like that, but we need to see correct beats, accurate beats, and clean beats.
And also, too, with this past weekend that went by, I know Florida was going through a lot. And unfortunately, our alma mater, Bethune-Cookman, wasn't able to make it all the way to Alabama A&M's homecoming. History was about to be made, but it didn't happen, unfortunately.
That was going to be crazy.
The safety of the children was priority number one. But there were a lot of other battles that happened.
And Cookman campus got impacted pretty heavily by that.
Prayers go out to all the students at Cookman, the faculty and staff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a swimming pool on the whole campus.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. You would think that we would be prepared for that, and I think we get drowned out the most.
Exactly. But I did see a letter from Cookman saying, "Hey, students got to go back this Thursday, so get ready, y'all.
All the midterms thought you weren't gonna take.
Right." Before homecoming, you still got to take the midterm, my boy.
Ain't no running, baby.
Right. But speaking of battles, man, I did. I saw a few battles. A big one for me was that Hampton versus Elizabeth City State University. That was a pretty interesting
This whole
one.
weekend was full of battles of the underdogs. The heavyweights had their little stand battles, so on and so forth, but they were head-to-head. And the head-to-heads are where you get to get in somebody's face and let them know what your material is, what it's going to be, and everything else under the factor. But Hampton definitely went out there and did their thing, and I don't know if this is taboo to talk about because I don't know anything of what happened. But Hampton wasn't that big last year.
They were.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping, but
something happened. It was something that happened. I felt like something. I don't know. I mean, I don't like to get too in people business, but something happened to where they lost a lot of numbers.
Hey, I don't know. I ain't trying to be nosy. If you know what happened, this is the one time you're ever going to hear me say it. Do not comment on what happened. I don't need no trace of whatever it may be. But all I know is 2 years ago, them boys were deep. And then within that year, they weren't deep no more. And then last year, they weren't deep. And now, they're deep again. Like anything past 8 snares, anything past 6 snares is a monster. But them boys had 10 snares. I couldn't even count the basses. Everybody was having fun. Jasmine, I think that's her whole name.
Mm-hmm.
She is somebody that I seen. That's what really drew me to the video. I seen Jazz playing, and I was like, wait, hold on. She playing again? And she used to play for ADA. That's a little short girl right there. She used to play for ADA, and I seen her. I was like, wait, hold on. All right, let me see what's going on with these boys. And that's when I saw everything. So, yeah.
But before we continue, let me shout out to my guy, Jeremie Merriweather. I don't know if anyone even paid attention last episode. I said, hey, if anyone wants to sponsor us having YouTube Premium, please reach out to me. My guy, Jeremie Merriweather, he marched at Albany State. He reached out and said, hey, man, I got the family plan if you want to jump on ours so that we can have ad-free. Because I want to have ad-free YouTubing as I watch.
What?
So please, I'll sponsor y'all's YouTube Premium. So definitely shout out to Jeremie Merriweather.
What?
We really appreciate that, man. And for sure, we're going to make sure that you have a great experience watching the YouTube clips as we watch them. And yeah, man.
Man, you don't know where your blessings going to come from, huh?
Exactly. Really appreciate the support, boy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Really,
I
really
appreciate
crazy.
you, Jared. If you had Instagram, I'll shout you out, and I only got like 4 followers on Instagram, but you can have the 4.
But now let's see what Hampton got going on.
Before you hit play.
Oh, yeah.
It's my baby monitor going on. Let me turn that bit down. Let my baby down. Hold on. All right, I know you can do your editing magic, but for sure. I didn't know if you could hear. Did you hear that beeping? It was just random beep.
Nah,
I didn't think so either, but I didn't want people to think that my fire, the fire shit, when it be beeping because you don't got a battery in it. I'm not one of them niggas.
Apparently, that's a indicator of poor too. So I try to definitely make sure our hits are good.
Okay, my bad. I'm ready. All right.
Let's see what Hampton got going on. Okay. The way they started, I wrote a cadence that starts just like that. And I thought I was doing something. Because that's like a swag kind of intro. Well, not the tone, but the goo-goo, and pick up. And I wrote a cadence just like that with the tonals. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to be the first person to incorporate tonals with the swag intro. And I saw Hampton do that, John. I was like, no, but they killed it, though. They killed it.
For everybody, boy. So you probably did write it. I also want to say, because I didn't even know this last time, shout out to the fact that they got downright tenors. There's like maybe 4 lines in this world, well, collegiate-wise, that still use downright tenors. If that's your tradition,
exactly.
Thank you. I'm a big advocate. I'll say it every episode. I'm a big advocate for tradition.
And Norfolk State, they had downright tenors when they had tenors. Well, at least according to that PASIC clip, because, they went to PASIC. At one portion of their PASIC performance, they had tenor drummers, and they was like, yeah, this is the tenor that we used to play during back in the day. And so that might be a Virginia thing. It's just that Virginia State is different with the chest tenors. So ain't no telling.
They doing their thing, though. They definitely heard, too. God, how many snares?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Excuse, boy. What's the drum number? Well, your drum number 1 of 12? They got them platinum cymbals.
But he hit them tonals in the back.
Yeah,
they back there singing,
having a whole concert, ain't it?
But all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
Okay. Cymbals can have more enthusiasm with their movements, but I'm not a cymbal guy.
To each his own. Power dot. Oh, I call them power dots. In Georgia, we call them power dots. I don't know what everybody calls them, but we call them power dots. Having those as tonals is new to me. Oh, I lied.
Toned power dots is new for Virginia.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think North Carolina Central did that
North Carolina
1
Central.
year. I don't know. Hey, that's the second time we
Bro,
done said
is
they
Central-
did so. Is Central starting a lot of tradition?
Like the North Carolina Central might be the grandfather of all these like swag sounding hybrid drum
It's
lines
the
like
grandfather
this.
of innovation.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Variation.
We might have found some history.
Okay. Then they go into a dance routine. I mean, how do you feel about dance routines in a battle?
So placement is key with everything that you do. I feel
Yeah.
like it's not a bad thing to do. You just got to know when to do it. Let me just say this. I don't think it should be your first one.
Absolutely
yeah.
not. Especially if you, it should never be the first one.
Yeah.
If anything, it should be the last one, especially when you know that you done chopped up the other line. Yeah, let's dance on these folks. Like, A&T good for that. Like,
And, I don't know, just to me, I think you should, the purpose of you going out there to show people that you play better beats than the other group.
exactly.
So if you go out there and you play beats, and then you go out there and you get the 10, and I don't know, just kind of, the second half of the battle is now about how exciting you are. And that's not, that shouldn't be what you're going for, because what determines you being a winner? It's not how good you can dance, it's how many beats you can play. And how good you can play those
how
beats.
clean you are.
If you both play the same
exactly.
beats, who ups the ante? If somebody plays a 5-stroke, what you gonna do to beat them? Play a 5, flam 5, right?
Flam 5,
now
exactly.
You play the flam 5 as clean as they play the 5-stroke. Now you beat them. So I don't personally agree with it being first. Dancing ain't drumming. Appreciate the innovation.
I'm
style,
cool
but
on the dancing.
Dancing ain't drumming.
I'm cool on the dancing. If I wanted to see some dancing, I could have went to a club. But dancing in the middle, like I wish somebody would dance when we blocked up against them, because we ain't got no cadences where we dancing. I mean, 2000 where we just doing a rock. But,
and right after that, you hit them 2 click, pack your drums up,
Exactly.
and walk it off. Now, if you're gonna do that, I say do it. Like, let's say you went 2 or 3 cadences in, and y'all are exchanging beats. Now you want to give them something that's kind of a curveball. Then okay, you can get and do a dance. A&T does it all the time, and
they do it all the time.
That's fine. But I don't think they ever do it first. If they do it first,
they never do it first.
Either they don't care, or
neither do
or they dancing in, and just tearing it up and moving. But otherwise, maybe in cadence 4 or your last cadence, now you beat them, have a party, but make sure those beats aren't getting explained. If those beats aren't getting explained, what you here for?
Don't just get the dancing. Norfolk tends to dance a lot too, now that I think about it, but they do it amongst some insane beats. Honestly, they probably the only folks that can get away with dancing on the first cadence of a battle, because for a fact, them folks just throwing complex beats beforehand.
And you said Norfolk, right?
Oh no, I guess to each his own, man. Yeah, Norfolk, yeah.
The cymbals be
to each his own, man. Exactly.
There's all of that. Good Lord.
Like they doing 30-second notes on the cymbals while doing a groove. Like,
disgusting.
Y'all got it. Yeah, y'all can do. Norfolk can do it. Everybody else, nah, man. Let me hear your beats first. Let me hear your beats for a cadence, and then next cadence we can see some dancing.
Win battles. Period.
Exactly.
That's what you're there for. You're there on the drum to play beats.
Like, what we doing here? Now, let me see Elizabeth City. You know what's funny about Elizabeth City? I always felt like they were fire back in the day. Like, back when Johnson C. Smith was on top.
Forgot about them.
Like back when all them schools was on top, Elizabeth City was in there as well. Like, Elizabeth City was fire back in the day, but I haven't seen them recently as of yet.
And them boys, though.
I just like some kids.
I see got this video thing, y'all. I promise.
Hey, good form.
That must be a them thing.
Okay.
It might be a them thing.
I forgot it.
What they said, Shiggy?
Shiggy and waved.
What?
Now, I'm gonna just let it play. I ain't even gonna.
It might be something hidden. But people cheering about it, so.
I like their form, though. They snare form. I also like their band kits.
I feel like they're wearing their uniforms.
Somebody playing on the wrong hand? No, I saw that. That's just something I noticed.
Two taps. So ain't nothing dirty about it. Come on, like, hold on.
They doing something though.
But you know what? Like, cause I don't know, bro. Because they're doing a great job, and I almost want to. Well, this is just the first round, so I haven't even seen the rest of them. But based off of the first round, I'd almost give them the dub.
Yeah,
Honestly,
definitely.
I would give them the dub because there's nothing dirty about what they're playing. And I mean, there might not have been that much, or there might have been a few things dirty about Hampton. But they, another thing about Hampton is their tuning was a little weird. Like their snares.
Yeah, especially with their snares. Yeah.
I don't know, they were making me scratch up a little bit.
They were a bit low, honestly.
Yeah, and you know who else?
On the lower side, especially for like OG school.
North Carolina Central. So,
hey man, I'm gonna have to. Who teaches at North Carolina Central? I gotta talk to somebody.
And you know what's crazy? I knew who taught over there until you said so.
Wow.
I feel like it started with a J. See, as soon as you said,
I don't know who be over there.
but yeah, they are the first school, well, the known school that I know to do that. Other people might do it, but they kind of knocked that out of the park too. So, I don't know, but that tuning of the snares just clashed with a lot of other things. Everything else over there in Hampton was high, and that was good. And then you got the snares that are tuned low. And like we talked about last week, a frequency thing with your line matters, and it just has the meat. That was a good kicker for me. But honestly, everybody comment down below. What do you think will win a drumline battle? Do you care about energy in the drumline battle? Do you care about the beats in the drumline battle? Do you care about the size of the drumline in the drumline battle? Because I feel like people will see a big line and immediately think they're going to get the dub.
Yeah, I honestly hate when that happens, man. It's like just because the drumline is huge don't mean that they're good. I mean, there's so many examples I can name, but I'm not even going to do that.
I will.
Just because the drumline is big, don't mean it's fire. So definitely shout out to Elizabeth in that sense because, you know, they looked like the underdog in this. I mean, I voted them as the underdog before I even watched it. I just pre-assumed it. But as soon as I saw them play them beats, they
give
them.
And we didn't watch the whole battle, but it was pretty much the exact same thing. Elizabeth City there was no dirt in there, and if it was, it was minor. It made it been like minor ticking going on in the snares. And then the basses, I will say they probably had some uneven players. Like their one may have been projected a lot more than their three, or so on and so forth. But other than that, man, beats wise, I give it to Elizabeth City.
I also feel like Elizabeth City had better snare form, bro. These folks, they snares were actually playing accents and actually keeping their inner beats low. Like you can see a difference between the two. I feel like when drumlines do that, they're like speaking drum gibberish. I can't hear your beats when your inner beats are insanely high and your accents are insanely higher than that. So how you playing everything
I tell people that all the time. If I can't understand, I can hear what you're playing, but if I look at you and I can't understand what you're playing, I mean, that's
drum gibberish.
That's got to be like half the battle, man.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely shout out to Elizabeth City, man. Y'all are doing good things over there, especially Hampton. Hampton, y'all doing good too. But y'all already.
And I think this is y'all's second battle too, Elizabeth City. So the underdog's coming out this year. Keep it up. So another underdog battle.
Need to see more of
another underdog battle that happened. Well, one of them ain't really that much of an underdog, but Albany State versus Miles. I believe Miles College is 24K. Albany State is Platinum Forte. And first off, we're both from Georgia. Morris Brown is not a functioning band program school anymore. They're doing the school thing, but not a functioning band program school.
Not yet.
But
I got some tea.
As it stands right now,
I'm gonna keep
while
it to
we're
myself.
recording this, it's not a functioning band program school, which is understandable. You got that. Clark Atlanta is a good functioning one. Unless I'm tripping, I think that's it. But Albany State has so much history in what they do. My former
Fort Valley.
Fort Valley. I'm sorry. But Fort Valley's changing their culture now. So I can't say that they have a lot of history because they're not playing the way they used to. They are moving over to the hype. And, I mean, if that's what you want to do,
everybody else,
that's fine. It's gonna take some years for you to mold me over to say that. That's Fort Valley. That's what they're gonna do. Cause now you're molding over. I can say how your snares play, but I can't pinpoint how your quints play. Cause y'all just kind of did that. I can't pinpoint what kind of brackets that your tenors have, because you all just kind of just started.
They just made that change.
You all just now at Fort Valley got those kick. I think it was like bass drum heads. They're all clear. Those little kick heads, which sound good, by the way. I ain't gonna take that away.
They travel, but the sound travels.
Yeah.
But I just started that, so it's like if I want to see a video from like the early 2000s,
you got them with them high snares, people playing wrist, and
that's when I was a fan of them. That's when I was a fan of Fort Valley.
But they was trash back in the day, and you watching it, it wasn't. When you ever heard Albany State and Fort Valley about the block up, you kind of knew who was going to win. Anyway, Albany State also is kind of changing up their style. Their snares and everybody else is pretty much the same, but their tenor drums are now molded over to the upright tenor drum phase, and now they're getting used to their thing. But the drum line,
what's the back? I don't know why they do that when they stroke.
Body shaking tenor. You throwing your spine out of place just to play a beat.
Like chill,
but
bro.
They've been doing their thing, and now they had a battle. Miles and Albany, 24K and Platinum Forte, and 24K also went the upright tenor. Everybody moving the upright tenors, man. But they did their thing. I really was interested in that little battle that they had because I haven't seen Albany State play anything in a while. And they really did that thug thizzle.
Definitely shout out to Albany State and shout out to Miles. I know they had like 10,000 snares at one point. How many snares they had this year?
Albany?
Yeah. No, Miles.
The camera couldn't catch how many. Camera pan on.
Okay, yeah. So it's the same.
Trying to catch snares where they're going. They probably had like 11. If I had to say that they had a big number. I'm trying to go to because I know it's in the uncut percussion thing. I wonder if they posted a link. Anyway, they had a battle this past week, and that battle, it was a little crazy because I believe Miles College drumline played first, and then the band at Albany State played. Okay. But yeah, the battle it wasn't that bad. The only thing I get nitpick about every little thing that I saw with the drum lines, but one big thing that I saw, the way people stand in a line. First off, uniformity everywhere has to be a thing. But you can't have a section that is standing. People got their feet open. Some people got their feet closed. But what made it even worse is some people had a jacket on, and the jacket was unzipped.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
It was from Albany. Like your jacket unzipped, you got your stomach showing. What Orange told me? What Orange told me long time ago, lip all ugly.
Lip all ugly, man.
You got to be uniform with the stuff that you do, man. And that just wasn't doing it for me.
And it goes down. Okay, versus Platinum Forte.
Oh, somebody was just whacking away. Hold up.
What do people call that? And when I was in Columbia,
they just did
call
too.
That lockup.
Eighth notes.
Like play something.
And it goes down. 24K versus Platinum Forte.
Okay, with a 5-stroke.
Yeah, we used to call that lockups when I was in Georgia. You play 2 notes and stand still, like you wasn't already standing still in the first place.
Nah, they just knocking.
You're right. That's some dots, man. I gotta count the snares. Oh, it got like 8, 9. Just moving it out and play loud as hell. They talking. Carlisle, you doing your thing over there, man.
Basically doing the slow rock. I like that.
But look at them. Look at the snares. The snares are standing almost as well. Some of them standing with their toes together, but I mean, they standing. and they kind of got the gist of it.
Yeah.
But this not even the worst of it.
Yeah. That is uniformity is a big
Wait till you
must
turn
here.
around, boy.
Yeah,
You finna
so,
see-
so let me see.
Oh my God! Look at her! Oh my God! I saw Cuz all the way on the left. Look at him. Look at
Do they got regular
see them
clothes on?
fat.
Like
You
they
see
got
them, not
band
fat, but you see them yellow shirts just hanging out.
Bruh, what is this?
Yeah,
This gonna make everything they play just sound
yeah,
different.
they deep down. Yeah,
Yeah, all right, cool. I forgot that.
But no,
happened, so,
if you skip the hand a little bit, they actually play the cadence back, and you know it was a good little iffy back and forth. But the band playing, like, come on, bro, that
randomly at that,
you
like, what's the point?
You had to see that drum line walk from all the way to the other side over to you, so you had enough time to do whatever you needed to do with the band. So you waited for them to get in front of you, and then still play the song. You achieved nothing.
Band director like, hey, they're part of the band, so let's crank on them too.
And that did nothing. Not taking away from the drumline battle, but well, you know, it did take away from the drumline battle. But when they did
Absolutely.
battle, it was a good little exchange that they had. Carlisle, you're doing a thing out there. I do not know who the percussion instructor is at Albany. I only know if they have one. I know my dog Marcus. He's the section leader over there at Albany State from Columbus, Georgia.
Okay. Shout out to Marcus.
And he's doing his thing up there. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you are a percussion instructor, but if you don't, and you're the one doing all that up there, then salute to you, my friend, because you are definitely holding it down, and you're keeping the love for Albany State alive.
Absolutely, man. Just one thing, uniformity.
Yeah, please.
And that's for everybody. Uniformity, man. Please enforce uniformity. If one person got something unbuttoned, everybody got to have something unbuttoned. Got to look the part, man. Uniformity is important. Hey, man, Dr. Wells is a stickler on that, but he don't even like us walking around with anything undone or anything half-assed.
Yeah.
Like, if your collar bar on your uniform unbuttoned, collar bar, get your collar bar. If your hat leaning, fix your hat. Like,
Exactly.
if anything unbuckled, anything out of place, anything untucked, that boy is quick to see you. Out of all 325 of us, he's able to see one person who has something out of whack.
Man.
He'll call you out on
And
it.
he real big on like if your pants is sagging on your spats, and it just look like you just a real short motherfucker that just playing. Yeah, he's real big on that. So with that, man, uniformity. Maybe we come from a place where you have to look the part before you sound the part. But I know Mr. Ori used to say it all the time. Before anything happens, it don't matter what's going on, they gonna see you.
They gonna see you.
They gonna see you before they hear you.
Please take that serious. Take that serious.
For sure.
Jackson State was in the news heavy as of late.
Oh, yeah.
At least their drum line, they're a bass drummer, their bass drum section. Hey, now see, the thing about this, I didn't know why everybody was laughing at this. Because see, me in my eyes, I thought that Jackson State's bass drummer was just starting a ripple. So to me, like, it looks like, okay, everybody else is doing unison movements, but the bass drum section leader is popping off a new movement so that everybody else can follow through. Because, Jackson State, they be on that shit. Like, so that's what I thought this was. But this guy is going too crazy. Oh, no, I thought this was the video.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta find the video.
It's a clip of that walking around. Look at it.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, as y'all can see, this.
Whoever is over this uncut percussion world, you are hilarious. Like,
Nah, wait, I'm gonna find the video. It's definitely some here somewhere.
and I keep laughing at it, y'all, because it's like he said. I thought, that's the thing they doing. They do that little thing where they walk it out with the bass drums while they marching, and it's okay. Go ahead, do your walk it out, DJ. Do your thing. But when you actually see the video, I see why it was pinpointed. And when I tell you, it was just so many memes going on about that. I'm trying not to spoil what it actually is. Before he brings it up, but it's hilarious. It just
wait. He actually
you got it. You got to.
Nah, this is funny too. Like, who comes up with this stuff, bro?
It's hilarious.
Okay, here we
look
go.
At that, look at that. Look
Oh,
at
okay,
that. Another
here we
one.
go.
The flat. Hey, there it is right there. Like you didn't see what the people next to you are doing. And what scares me is he's in front of the bass section. So boy, that boy is jumping.
But this my thing though. What if he's the bass drum section leader and he's starting the movement for the other bass drums to follow? See, look, so you see how, and it seems like he's doing the movement twice. So he do the movement twice, and the other bass drums are still doing the previous movements. But then after he finished doing the second one, everybody else comes in.
Well, with that, now let me ask you: do you think that looks good?
Now, see, that's the thing. So I think, because Jackson State drum majors do that too. Like when they march in the parade, one drum major will do a movement, and then all the other drum majors will come in on some dancing doll shit. Yeah. So I think their bass drummers got that same kind of like method of introducing a new movement that they're doing in a tonal cadence.
That might be. I never actually thought about it like that.
That's what I think. That has to be the case. And of course, I'm giving them benefit of doubt in explaining this, but that absolutely has to be the case. Ain't no way this guy is just going full out.
Dang, look at this.
So like he's going full out.
Hey,
feet off the ground.
I pray that's what it is.
But it got to be, because everybody else came in, but he also may have came in the phrase early, and I don't know.
But he in front of the bass section. So I mean, like, so normally if you're in the front, you're not a newbie, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not at all. And especially if you're in the front to the far left, you would think that, they're the bass section leader. But apparently he was insanely out of the box. No matter what I think about it, everybody else who was watching this thought he was extremely out the box, and they decided to make first of all, hella memes, and also a game called
they made a game out of this man. And I ain't gonna lie to you.
So let me go to this junk, bro.
I played the hell out of that game, boy. Look at this.
Tap this goofy nigga to fly.
Look, the game is called Flappy Nigga.
Oh, he got sound too. I ain't even peeped that first time.
Yo, I played that. I got to like 6. Played the hell out of this game, boy. Somebody said you
this
got
to be the funniest thing.
And put the cadence with it.
Right. Yeah. That should have been or at least have Are You Ready going.
I think they had that too.
Really? Wow. I can't hear that.
I'm scared to download it. I might get a virus on my computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, whoever made that, hey, shout out to you, man. You take this really serious.
Yeah. You was definitely a genius, first of all, to getting this. And whoever created all the memes, I got a serious tickle both Saturday night, and all day Sunday.
Hey, man, so. Flappy nigga going live.
Right.
That is wild, man. I wonder what they got. They got to be cracking up at their practices now.
Bruh. I'm telling you, man, I really hope that junk is that bass drum junk is explainable, because that might be their tradition. Like, literally may be their tradition. But then again, that would have been pointed out, though, if that was the case.
Yeah.
So you actually, what? I take that back. I take it
even
back.
if it's pointed, even if it's not pointed out, it might be their tradition. My biggest thing is, does it look good? To me, it doesn't look good. I don't even like if you in the stands and you're playing a song. Alabama State does it all the time, but that's their tradition. But the first person, the leader, will start the move, and then everybody else will jump in like 2 or 4 beats later on. Yeah. To me, I don't know. It just doesn't work out for me, because now you got one guy that's out of uniform with everybody else, and everybody else got to catch up to that one.
For about 8 counts.
You got to catch up to that one guy. So to me, you can have 5 snare drummers, and you teach them how to, and now you're teaching that, but 4 snare drummers are going like this, while the other one is doing this. To me, if you taught him the part, so he's right. But if you have 4 people doing it wrong, it makes the one that's right look like he's wrong. So it's really no way to beat that. So if that's the tradition that happened, I highly doubt it.
But from the outside looking in, that junk looks bad.
Yeah, because the DJ Unk and that thing, boy.
Yeah, he was walking it out, my boy. That boy was going crazy.
I'm talking about walking that thing out, boy, hard. I'm talking about jumping all the way in the air.
His viewpoint. You're right. I need to hear his perspective. Like, that boy was jumping too far off the ground, too much energy to just not be doing that for a reason.
Hey man, if you're watching this video, hit up the drum lounge on Instagram.
Somebody got to explain that.
If you can't explain it, it's all right, because I'm gonna keep playing that game until I get tired of it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a high score on this. And, you know, I want somebody to beat me.
I think we can go on and grab our sticks and pad now. What you think? Let's get into some chopping. We're good 45 minutes in. Yeah, let's get some chopping going, man. I think people listening, people watching, they ready to get some chopping. They like, man, y'all doing all this talking. I'm ready to chop, bro. So let's go, man. We about to start this lounge and chop. Lounge and chop number 1. This time I'm gonna have the music in the episode as you all are watching. I know that's also different from the past. Even when we had video, I didn't have the music incorporated with the episode, but now all of that is changing. So
yeah, man.
Let me pull that up.
And I decided to use I think I brought it up last time, but the Agnes sticks from Camden. I decided to use these sticks for this lounge and chop that we're about to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. There's a rim shot in there, and I do not want to mess these sticks up. I'm going to do my best to make them happen, but if I hit it too much, I'm going to back off them shots. But you're going to get what the music is, and you're going to get it full.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all.
And I got my drum here too, so I'm going to act as if I'm an audience member. And so hopefully I ask all the right questions that you all are wondering.
Yes, sir. Hopefully it's not too hard.
Go ahead,
there's only 2 measures. I made sure I put everything of the sticking and all of that on there. Let me give y'all this nice little camera view. Oh, I don't know if anybody ever knows of this drum company, but this is Rudimental Drummers. Rudimental Control does a drum pad almost just like this thing. It's this pad comes from the Netherlands, and I'm not saying that to be funny, but yeah, Rudimental Control does a pad just like this, and I want their pad too, honestly, and I'm going to order it soon because they do custom pads. But this one is the Rudimental Drummers pad. You see, it has the little slots that you can put in for the stands. I'm not using it as of right now because it'll make it a little bit higher, and this chair ain't gonna work it out. But it has the little soft cushion, so if you want to lay it down on the surface, you won't be hearing anything. This wood
that's nice.
is some solid wood. It's heavy as all get out. And this is a size 13. You can get it in a 14. You can even get it in a 12. But if you get it in the 13 and the 14, you're able to get an actual drum head on there. And that's what I was aiming for, because I wanted to make sure I got the closest thing to a drum sound as possible.
Once we get done, I want to see all y'all play it, post it, make sure you tag Lounge and Chop, tag the Drum Lounge Pod. We want to see all of it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I was watching the Boston Crusaders, and they have this thing called the rudiment sheet, and they just playing, and they're just going all the way down playing a bunch of rudiments. One of the rudiments they played was called a car starter. So I never heard of rudiment. I guess it's a hybrid rudiment, but all it is or you can alternate it. And that's what I incorporated in this whole entire thing. So the very first measure, as you can see with the sticking. So that's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the rudiment. I have the pattern as not the sticking, the pattern.
And those are triplets.
Yes. You get the idea, so on and so forth. So I have it as 2 right hands, and then you alternate it. So right, 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 left, right, left. So once you start alternating, after you do the 2 rights, on that third one, the accent is where the diddle is going to follow afterwards. Right, right, third one. You see what's going on? Right, 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 left, right, left. And so while doing that, you'll be able to get the goal is to make sure that it all sounds even, the same. You're able to give all of your access to what you're doing. And the faster you do it, the nicer it sounds. You see what I'm saying?
How high should my diddles be right there?
So the way that I've always taught is the 3, 6, 9, 12 pattern. 3 being all of your inner beats, 6 being your natural playing, 9 being your accents, and 12 being go all in as hard as you can. For the diddles, I would like for your diddles to be at a 6 because you want to make sure you get all the interpretation out of the diddles that you're playing, especially for this rudiment. This isn't just
Still want the meat and potatoes.
Ooh, what you know? But this isn't just you playing and just having a diddle there. The diddle is actually a part of the music that you want to be heard. So let your accents be at your 9, and let your diddles be at your 6.
Not those Bama State diddles.
Yeah. Let me not stay away from that style. Big fan, by the way.
Or not those like super closed.
What? I'm telling you, they dissect rudiments out of this world. Anyway, so
let's space up. Let's space up the diddles. Let's increase the space in them diddles, man.
So your first measure.
Oh,
that's all. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
I'm an airplay it.
That's all.
Oh, I messed up. Go ahead. Do it again.
1, 2.
I did two
1,
instead of
2, ready, hand. Remember, you're gonna hit your 3 rights, and then on that 3rd right, you're gonna start to alternate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're there. For the second measure, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. You're still giving the same pattern, but now I want you all to add a buzz in there, which happens to be what everybody's doing in life. They're adding a buzz, making something good, so on and so forth. Now you're gonna do. It's almost like you're doing a paradiddle. So throughout that pattern, you're gonna play that circle that you see on there is a backstick. That's about the closest thing, and I couldn't put a legend on there, unfortunately. But the backstick, as you see, is a circle, the butt of the stick. There you go. When you see the plus sign is gonna be a cross, since it's kind of a crossover. There you go. And that's what you're looking for. Again, the circle is a butt. The plus sign is a crossover because, it's a cross. Get it? Anyway, so the second measure you'll play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you push that line that you see on top of the buzz is a moderated accent. So if you play your accents like this, the moderated accent will be when you just give it a little bit of ump when you're playing.
Half of what the previous accent
was. Like just flatten it out, but make sure it's still heard. So push that buzz when you get there. All right, so the last measure, which may catch some people off guard, when you get to that last buzz, I want a triplet on the hand. Oh, not a triplet. I'm sorry. I want a 3 on your right hand and end off on a rim shot. Now, this is where I might get a little bit finicky. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Camden, I love your sticks too much, man. I can't beat it up. I'm going back to the what you call them, the white boys. Go back to them things, man. Ooh. So you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to hit a thumb roll with your left hand. If you all don't know what a thumb roll is, it's literally exactly what is explained. I always push with my middle finger and just roll it around your thumb. And then you catch it. Roll and catch. Roll and catch. Let's see how far I can do it. Ooh.
Or you can do the.
But yes. So,
or you can do the.
All together for that second measure.
Good quality beats, man. You don't learn this from any other YouTuber.
For sure. Now, all together. I'm sorry.
I'm going to airplay with you. Oh, I did a backstick instead of a cross. Wait, do it again.
There you go. Again. I'm slowing that last part down for anybody else that's looking.
I was like, you did a decelerando?
There you go. So, again, y'all, that's the lounge and chop. Number 1. Play it, post it, send it. And then you got a little bit of hiccups when it comes down to the last part, because, again, it's not natural to come out of a buzz hitting into a 3. That can be awkward for anybody, but you want to aim to be different. What makes you better is you doing something that somebody else either can't do or isn't used to doing. So give it a shot. Post it.
And you can add this to your arsenal. Like, add this, once you learn this, put it in your arsenal and chop other folks up with it. Like,
hey, man, yeah, knock it up. There you go. I missed 3.
So let me hear you do like a random freestyle and then go into this. Like, I just want to so they can see how this could literally increase their chopping. Like, you don't get this anywhere else. Only the drumline where you get these quality education, quality teaching, quality beats.
The drum loud, man.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say.
Hey.
But yes, that was Lounging Chop number 1. Hey, man, I want everybody to learn this lick. Tag Bryon, tag me, tag the Drum Lounge Pod page. Make a video of yourself playing this junk, man. And you just want to see it, man. We want to see how y'all hands look. Want to see if you really got this junk.
Only the elite have been tuning into this. So let's see what the elite.
And we definitely gonna post the music as well. Right.
Another thing too,
for sure.
I was talking to a close friend of mine. Actually, the guy that's over these sticks, Camden. I keep pointing them out because I love these sticks. And you see, they don't got not one ding in them. I don't got no ding in them. So I'm scared. They feel great. I just only have one pair, y'all. So I just don't want to mess them up.
Yeah.
But these,
that was a stick enthusiast.
But these, out the frame. But he brought up a topic to me that I wanted to bring up and kind of get your thoughts on. If you're a percussion instructor, if you're an independent player, if you're just somebody that plays just for the fun of it, how do you feel about? Well, let me ask you, Jeremie. How do you feel about a player learning all types of styles of playing as a percussion instructor? So you and I play with the stiff German grip form, making sure this is flat, making sure we have all our fingers on the stick height, so on and so forth, and we're just going from there. But there's some people that kind of come in and have the Moeller technique. Yeah. There's some people that have. Yeah. You told me this a long time ago. I don't know if they still do it, but South Carolina State has like the kind of the relaxed plan. It's not really a set technique. I don't know if it's still true because this is way back in the day, but not really a set technique. But as long as those beats are getting played and you're not out here looking like this while you're playing, then you're good and everything is even. But to learn maybe how the DCI style lines play. They play everything. You barely see them play too many flams, but they play accents, rolls, and different meters and everything,
exactly.
But they're clean out of this world. That's to me the style. You got the style that I named first, the quote-unquote the SWAC style, the MEAC style, the DCI style. WGI is almost virtually the same. But for an instructor to learn that, do you think that is something that helps or hurts?
I think for an instructor only to learn it, it helps. But if you were to teach your drum line all of those styles, that can be hurt.
That's kind of my thoughts on that too.
I think if the instructor can himself have the knowledge of the different styles, or him or herself can have the knowledge of the different styles, and then incorporate that somewhere in their identity, like little by little. Of course, every drumline should have an identity. But if there's a drumline out there that's like having all different kind of styles, and they don't have the drums to match the different styles that they're playing, that can be bad. That can be really bad. Like if a drumline is trying to play some Jackson State style cadences, and it would sound good on a war drum, but not on a hybrid drum, that could be bad. So I think if an instructor was to just have knowledge of all the styles, but stick to one style as they teach their drumline, he'll be a really, really good instructor.
Yeah, I very much feel almost virtually the same thing. You want to say everything I was about to say. Camden, you do that well. You came from Tennessee State, but I always see you playing in the style like this. And then I've seen you even get a little bit of whip action. I've seen you get into your funk. I've seen you get into your song, and then I've seen you straighten it out. I've seen you do all of that, and that's good. I will personally say, as an instructor, that can hurt you because your writing is what is going to be conversed to everybody else. And if your writing is deterred by other styles, because your style has to be you. It's not too many drum lines that I've seen that do it all, and that's because you can't be somebody being everybody else. I do think as an individual player, yeah, it's fine. But if you're an instructor, you should really kind of ice off when it comes down to doing that. Because the more you do, it can possibly hurt your people. Not you, your people. And anybody else. If you have any topics that you want to bring up or you want us to speak about, comment it down below, man. It's all, the comment section is free of charge. Subscribing.
Exactly.
Free of charge.
And even DM us, man. If you got any topics you want us to talk about, man, comment, DM, do all that. And we'll talk about it. For sure.
We'll make sure we definitely get to it. Because a lot of the questions that you all are asking, 9 times out of 10 are the questions that everybody else has. They just haven't said anything. You can be their voice. And well, you can be their type, and we can be their voice.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, man. We've been going at it. Let's go ahead and transition to the fifth quarter segment. Again, fifth quarter segment is the segment within the podcast where we just present one of our favorite band clips of the week. It can be an old clip or a new clip. It could be a drumline clip or a band clip, but just a clip that we thought was really cool for the week. So for me, I got a clip of Southern. They were playing So Sick by Neo. They was playing this against Texas Southern and blew the lights out of Texas Southern.
Southern's back on top, man.
Exactly.
They off their throne for the past 2 years, but now whoever's writing for them, you're doing your thing, man.
Yeah, they doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
They doing their thing. It's almost like they hit up the artists themselves and it's like, all right, what note did you do right there? Because I don't know.
Neo, give us a call, man. We waiting for you.
Yeah.
Intro fire. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, I get excited when I see it. I'm getting chills, getting ready to listen to this thing, man. Because it's Southern. By the way. Because right now it says that we can't come to the phone. Ooh.
Oh, the cymbal's dragging in the back. They're too far.
Yeah. They could have made a room for them to be up there. They only got 4 instruments. They could have made a room. The trumpets are doing their thing. Hold on. That's rare. She's still here. All right, here go the funky tubas. I want to say Southern started that little last note jump. I don't know.
That last, bro, I was just about to say that's the most unfair junk ever, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you crank the last note to me? Like, don't do that.
You already done blew the whole song up.
Yeah. Just end the song now. Just end the song. It's a ballad. Like, why are you cranking a ballad?
I wonder who started that little last note thing, though, because a lot of bands do that.
It had to have been either Southern or Jackson State. It was one of
I
them.
don't even think it was
Had to have
Jackson State though. I feel like it was. I don't know. It had to be Southern because I've never heard Fam. I never heard Fam do. Oh, it might have been Grambling.
Yeah, might have been
Because
Grambling.
I never heard FAMU do it. And FAMU is the godfather of all bands. And I'm talking about how old you are. And Cookman, we never do it ever.
Yeah, we definitely never do it.
Oh no, but that's interesting though. I love hearing it.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, that was Southern playing "So Sick" by Neo.
Mm-hmm. So most definitely.
What you got?
I've been watching a lot of drumline clips, and shockingly, I didn't ever bring this up. I brought it up, but I never brought it up for the podcast. Bethune-Cookman, yes, my alma mater. Yes, there's no bias in this, and yes, you are going to feel this heat. Bethune-Cookman played their feature, I believe. It was a feature they had ready for the battle against A&T at that Battle of the Bands. And again, unfortunately, it didn't happen because of weather issues. But they played a feature, and that feature is the definition of a conversation between a line. I know a few percussion instructors that aren't privy to the style of what we do here in Florida, and moreover, even in Virginia. But when you could have a piece that it doesn't sound like it's 4 separate cadences, it sounds like one whole story. That is a masterpiece, and that's what I think this thing did.
Impact, man.
There you go. Now, granted, again, my personal opinion about it, them snares are high as glass.
Yeah, it's that tabletop snare tuning, but
that might be the one. You got 12 snares. You should be
12
sending.
snares, yeah, this is set.
But listen, now when they play all together, they're cutting through. Granted, they are cutting through.
Yeah,
the line.
for sure.
But just listen to the guy tapping it off, man. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to call him the guy, Jeremie. Listen to Jeremie. His name Jeremie. But them
exactly. Shout out to my blood, man. Shout out to my
blood. When he taps it off, to me, I couldn't tell the difference between the taps and the accent because it's so tightened up.
Yeah, everything is high.
So,
yeah.
It still beats though. I don't care what y'all say.
Still beats. We still cook impact over everybody.
You better get that whole 3 minutes play too.
Gots to, man.
Welcome to my 5th quarter, baby. Ooh, that thing is talking. Drum. It's not like a Zalmox drum pad.
Should we retire the 3-hour tap off? We've been doing that since the early 2000s.
Yeah. Hey, no.
Hey, y'all good? Like, do we need to retire that? I mean, I like it.
Maybe with doing this, that's all right. Can kind of let everybody know you're ready. Once you tap on that drum, it's on the everybody knows you about to play.
Yeah, we need to go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Keep the tradition when you dip it off. That's perfectly fine. Go sudden impact. Make that happen. But the tap.
Yeah.
We can leave that back in 2020 period. In 2000 when they played the cadence.
Right, exactly.
Still tap. Now hit these beats, everybody. Cowbell makes you different.
Good cowbell ride. Random cymbal ride. Only Cookman.
That's good roll clean. Come on. I feel like this is an us thing too. Look at this bass drum solo.
Good unison bass drum solo. Scotch is doing Hurdles is crazy.
Yeah. Heard a little bit of money in there, but it's still playing.
Yeah, that unison, the sound, like, that was just 16 measures, 16 counts of impact.
Right. There go my dog Jeremie. Josh Jeremie. Face place.
That thinking it, the cat, yeah, when they did the feature, my piece was right here, but I guess they took that out.
Oh, really?
I wrote a piece in last year's feature.
All right, mama. Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right, guys.
Whenever I see him, I just know what's about to happen.
Especially like in a stadium clip. Yeah, they about to cut off.
They unfortunately ran out of time, guys. It was time for them to go out there and I guess get ready for pregame. So
yeah, pregame.
They don't let us have all the fun like we want to. But y'all, man, that's sudden impact for the bread and butter.
Shout out to the boys. You already know. Impact over everybody.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode, man. Hey, I hope if you tuned into the Lounge and Chop, I hope your hands feeling better. I hope you feel a little, more knowledgeable of all things snare after Bryon taught his wonderful Lounge and Chop lick number 1. And yeah, man, stay tuned, man. We got much more Lounge and Chops coming up. We got much more episodes coming up, much more content. So stay tuned, man. Oh, wait, but before we leave, and even if you practice today, even if you tuned into the Lounge and Chop, good job. But still, go practice some more.
Now you got to practice.
Now you got to practice. If you planned on practicing, but you just didn't practice yet, but you planned on doing it, why wait for something later that you can do right now? Go ahead and practice right now. Go ahead and turn off this pod and practice right now. Yeah. And if you didn't practice today, and you didn't plan on practicing, you are trash. Trash.
Canned water.
Canned water. Doo-doo water. All right, y'all.
Y'all be safe. Until next time.